You clicked on this video because you are suffering from back pain, right? Now I will give you the appropriate Liebscher Bracht exercises to help you relieve your pain yourself. No matter where exactly in your back your blockage is located, whether it's in the neck, thoracic spine, lumbar spine, or down to the buttocks, we will address your pain. Rene is here. He is doing the exercise with you. In real time, you can follow along directly. The first exercise is primarily for lower back pain and lengthens the hip flexor, which in turn prevents problems in the buttocks, the sacroiliac joint, and so on if it is too short. Also, please get down on all fours, like Rene is already doing, and then you start by rounding your back. Come up here, make it round, exactly as round as possible. You also join in right away, as round as possible.
That is a cat's hump, right?
Yes, cat hump, but with emphasis on the lumbar spine, not so much up here, rather down there. And now you go forward and let the pelvis increasingly sag, but stay in this curve. And that's not so easy. You have to try to maintain the curve here. Arms are fully extended, and you go down leading with the groin. A trick is to pull back the belly button, then it becomes rounder here, and you don't go so much into a hollow back, and only the groins go forward. Yes, let yourself hang loose.
But at some point there is no other way, right?
Yes, in the end, at some point it will be a bit overextended, but if we focus, concentrate on the groins, then it is much, much better. Yes? So now it pulls in the front of the abdomen, it pulls in the groin, it may pull into the back. It's good when it pulls into your back because then you know you're on the right track, pulling on something that has to do with your back pain. So is our experience, right? You let yourself sag. If that's too heavy for you, then lay down on a couch with your forearms, then you don't have to hold it like that. But try it because it also strengthens the shoulder girdle and arms more and more. That is also a training, right? So you let it hold nicely, so you let it sink nicely, you hold yourself.
My stomach feels tight.
Yes, that is good.
Very intense.
You are quite inside, but if you are not as far as Rene is now sagging, don't worry. We don't do competitive stretching, instead everyone stretches a little longer. And with every millimeter you lengthen these muscles and fascia, you already feel better, right? Now we have already passed the time quite well. Now please press our strength training with both knees as hard as possible against the ground. Press firmly against it and you'll join in. Press firmly against the ground, then the front of the abdomen tightens, the groin tightens in the front. Let go again and go a little further down with the groins, or you could now try pulling the shoulders down a bit. No, arms stay straight and then you lift yourself higher, but that's already a bit advanced, you don't have to do that necessarily, okay? And now again, you press both knees really firmly against the ground.
This automatically extends my knees, my legs.
That is okay. That is okay. And we do this tightening to make the stretch even more intense and to add strength to these angles. Then the spine can be controlled much better. And relax again and go a little deeper, but keep the elbows straight. Rene always wants to bend a little. Keep your elbows fully extended and now, attention, start lowering yourself slowly. Yes, lower yourself more and more. Now you bend, but support yourself from the point where it's possible. Take your hands off the ground and hold yourself again and hold yourself and hold yourself and then relax. And now take a look, Rene, we'll do the same exercise but the other way around on the back saver. By the way, if you don't have the back saver, stack a few books high enough until you are at a height where you feel a distinct pull in your abdomen and groin in that position, maybe even in your back, then it is just right. The great thing about the back saver is that you can do it in the evening to relax, to rest, and you have exactly the same stretching as with the exercise. The next exercise has a double effect. Rene is now training for his left side buttocks to become nice and supple, so the sacroiliac joint, sciatica, all of that is relieved. Pay attention to the 90-degree angle in the front, that's the right side, where Rene is a bit shortened and tight, because you have to try to bring your right leg very far back and even place the top of your foot on the ground when you go into position now. Rene is far from it, but enough practice will bring it to a point where it gets better and better. And we do the same when you are still on the other side. Go into this position.
Let's take a look at it, shall we?
You have to stay down, you have to stay below. The left buttock stays on the ground, and if you notice that you have a problem with the 90-degree angle here in the front, then you can calmly make the angle a bit flatter for now. Then it's a bit easier to go in there. But let's stay in the position that you actually strive for, because there you have the best effects for the buttocks. And you try to bring the other leg as far back as possible. I can only help a little bit. That means you're trying to reach the left heel with the right hip spike. And overall, Renee, go higher.
Oh God, Roland.
Press yourself higher. Now it's getting difficult because now the hip flexor is blocking. It is clearly too short at Renee.
Where is it, this hip flexor? That's where it pulls now.
It goes from the inside over the groin to the lumbar spine and to the ilium. The highly praised hip flexor, which has so much to do with back pain. So you are well stretched on the buttock left side. You should try it at home right away. For the right hip flexor, you need to do quite a bit to improve it. And now we do our strength training. You now press the left foot down into the mat and the right knee down against the mat. Concentrate. Left foot, right knee. Keep it loose and go deeper into the stretch.
What does that mean?
Attempt to rotate the hip.
Oh, that side is working for me.
Yes, but don't do it too hard. Do it in a way that is just barely tolerable. And again, the left foot presses into the mat and the right knee presses against the mat. You can confidently do proper strength training. So give everything you have and relax again. And now try to get a little further around there.
Further down still?
Yes, so continue. Look, as if you wanted to twist in like that.
Oh God.
Yes, you notice you also have to be careful. Okay? And slowly out again. Move slowly because this is not without effort. Okay, bring your leg back in. And now we go directly to the other side. Stay right here. Put your right leg here in front now. And now 90 degrees into the right leg. Yes. Do it at home right away. And the left leg now backwards. Much further. Much further.
Still further?
Similar problems, right? Just like on the other side. Okay? And now try to come up as high as possible.
Yes.
But the buttocks remain down. The right buttock must stay on the mat.
Something is stuck.
Yes, there are tight muscles in fascia, but that is almost normal. If it also gets stuck for you at home, we slowly release it. Every time you repeat this, it releases more and more. Yes? And try to be nice and straight with your body. And first of all, let the tissue wait a bit. So let it work a bit. Let it give in a bit. Breathe nicely.
Is this side better than the other? Not really, right?
How should I politely say it? Not really. So here you have the right side actually. It looks pretty good. But for the left side, you can see Renee's, the leg should actually be able to go backwards. Then he would have enough range, enough space in the hip flexor to do that. He is not here, although you can come here. The page is a bit easier, I see, because you come here with the dorsum of the foot.
But I'm cheating here again, Roland.
I'm doing less here. You must not do that, of course.
Ah, yes, I cheated. I noticed that.
Okay, wait a little longer. Concentrate on it. And now comes our strength training. Right foot presses against the ground. Do it at home. Right foot presses into the ground. Press firmly. The left knee presses into the ground really tight as possible, just so that you can still bear it well. So don't overdo it to the point where it's too painful. And relax again. Then try to straighten up a bit here now. Yes, try to come closer to the right heel with the left side.
What now, straight or heel?
Both. And again, right foot presses against the ground, left foot presses against the ground. Stay like this, stay like this, stay like this. Yes, relax and again straighten up a bit. I'll assist you a bit, push you in here a little so you can feel exactly where it needs to stretch.
Yes, thank you, I can see that.
Okay, and slowly come out of the exercise, bring your left leg forward again and relax both legs. By the way, that is quite common. If you feel the same way, it's not bad at all. In the next exercise, which we are going to do now, the goal is to release the tension from the lower back, specifically the reactive tensions, not from the front of the hip flexor, but from the gluteal muscle and the deep back extensors, where the masseurs always say everything is completely cramped. We want to get that out, and we want to free the neck. And for that, you sit down like Renee is sitting now, with the knees at a 90-degree angle. And now let the knees fall outwards, Renee.
So?
Yes, and the soles of the feet together, and reach forward. And so we want to pull ourselves forward now. It may be that you only get this far. This is no joke. There are people who are so shortened in the back, they can only reach up to here and cannot reach their feet at all. And in that moment, it's great if you take a towel or a loop, and then you can actually start right where you are and gradually work your way forward over days and weeks until you can eventually reach ahead. And we try in this exercise to always move forward, because then we can reach even deeper into the deepest back extensors, and there you can start already at the back if you are very limited, and you can always work your way further forward until you are eventually here at the front. Yes, but now it's about Renee. Go back a little bit, reach for the feet from the front. Can you move your feet a little bit forward?
Yes.
Then give it a try. Okay? And now you can feel the tension here. It should be released, and we want to release the tension here at the top. Therefore, you now take one hand, the right one, which holds the feet, and with the left one you switch to the upper back of the head and now simultaneously pull the head down here. And then you can adjust wonderfully with your right hand, with your right arm, pull the torso forward, can adjust exactly here, and with your left hand you can adjust exactly here how the stretching is. And please do that now. Go into the position, and now let's wait and breathe in. Renee too, and always take a little deeper breath.
What about my chin, Roland? What do I need to pay attention to?
On nothing. Just pull your head down as far as possible.
Everything is fine?
And pull yourself forward with your right arm. Yes, it is a bit challenging. One hand does one thing, the other hand does the other.
And why did you put my feet forward?
The further the feet go forward, the better you can reach the deepest back extensors here. And now is the time for strength training. That means two forces. One force, Renee, you're trying to come back with your back, with your torso, but holding yourself back with the right arm.
Okay.
And the second force, you try to come up with your head, but hold yourself with your left arm.
Okay.
Let go again, pull yourself further forward. You please do it at home, okay? Pull yourself further forward, and if you notice, now you could take your feet a little further forward, then you walk back on your buttocks. Walk on your buttocks, yes, exactly. Left, right, always a little further back.
Oh, that will be difficult now.
Then you can adjust it very well, but you'll immediately feel more stretching again.
Can I go back a little? That was too far for me.
If it was too far for you, just move a bit forward again, but try not to swing too much, yes, because movement in high tension with brittle fascia, because they may not have been trained for months and decades, stay down for years and decades, bringing in no movement at all is not ideal. Just run a little bit gently, okay? And again, the torso wants to go backwards. Please also tighten at home. Torso wants to go backwards. Head wants to go up, but don't let go even a millimeter, so to speak, okay? Stay exactly like this. Always stay still while tightening so that there is an isometric contraction.
What does that mean?
Release again.
Isometric.
Isometric means strength without movement. Translated very briefly, yes? And now you increase it again, and finally, Renee, let go of the left hand, but the head stays where it is, and let go of the right hand, stays where it is. Pull the sleeves forward, and now pull the torso forward with your own strength. Please also do it at home. Pull the torso forward with your own strength. Pull the head down, and more. Head down, even more down, even more, and relax. Very well done. The next exercise is specifically for the well-being of your thoracic spine, exactly this area here. Renee, you are lying on your stomach, and now please do the following. You push yourself up from the floor with your forearms so far that you only lift off here at the top and only lift off at the top. You can also practically do this at home by always staying with the rib cage, which is this area here on the mat, right? So, Renee, go down again. Just go up so high that you really still touch the mat with your rib cage and feel that. You please join in at home, join in length.
Up to their maximum.
Up to their maximum. Okay, then you stay right here. Stay right here and keep trying to go a little higher without lifting the rib cage. This is now the exercise, yes? Keep trying again and again.
Is there anything else I need to pay attention to?
Yes, you could hold your head a little further like that. Then the exercise is even better for the cervical spine because you don't overextend it so much. Yes, practically retract the cervical spine instead of extending the head so far. Yes, because then the concentration is even more automatically focused in this area.
Do you know where it pulls on me?
Tell.
Also in the loins. Is that normal?
Can be good, yes. Can be good. Yes, that's always the rule, no matter where it pulls, as long as it pulls.
Yes, I'm trying to go higher. I feel like I'm not making progress.
Exactly, then you stay exactly. That is exactly the right exercise, then you stay with it. Yes, and now we do the following. Now we also do our strength training here. Listen first and then execute. You are now trying to press your forearms harder against the ground with the power of your torso without any movement occurring. Yes, it looks good. It looks good in terms of appearance. Then let go and come up higher. You notice now you could go a little higher. Make sure that the chin stays nicely back. Stay low so that you still maintain contact with the rib cage. And now again, try to press your arms harder against the ground with your core muscles without letting the torso go down. Yes? Renee is trembling a little. That's good. He's making a big effort. I hope you are also at home. Yes? And relax again and go a little higher, but keep the rib cage on the ground. And take the chin backwards. The exercise is demanding but very, very high quality. Okay, and now you go down, and from the moment you can lift your arms, you lift them up.
Can I?
Can you do it now? Then lift, but keep the rib cage down.
Oh, how exhausting, Roland. Oh, how exhausting.
Hold on for a moment at home too. Come on, you hold on too. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. 3, 2, 1, relaxation. Okay, well done. With these exercises, we have already created a good training stimulus for the entire back to feel comfortable from top to bottom. Now we are going to do one more final treatment, namely a fascia rolling massage to stimulate the entire tissue. You must know that where there is no movement, there is no metabolism, or at least reduced metabolism. And we want to kickstart it again so that all the waste products start moving, so that all the nutrients reach the cells. For that, we take the Mediroll. If you don't have it, then quickly go to the kitchen and get yourself a full plastic water bottle, not glass, please, plastic. And now, behind what you have, you take your bottle or the Mediroll and sit on it. And now it's important that the roller is nicely aligned, pointing forward. And now you slowly go further forward. Not too fast, nice and slow. We always roll in only one direction, namely from bottom towards the heart. And there, approximately, you can already start going deeper. Hold yourself on the elbows and then keep rolling further.
I am already high.
Yes, exactly. And the feet support you in such a way that you can balance it well. Yes. Always further, very intense. You notice how intense it is, but now there is movement.
I'm cranking the cells pretty hard.
A little slower, now a little too fast, yes. About the thoracic spine. And now make sure you don't slide too quickly into practice when the thoracic spine is past and the cervical spine comes. Very slowly, very slowly. Okay? Yes, further, further, further. And you can go ahead and lay down slowly so there's no sudden jolt. Lay on your back, exactly. And now you reach for the roller, sit down, put it on top, because we want to do that for the cervical spine too, and roll down again here at the back. Yes, down again. And you at home join in, yes? Roll down again, really nice. A little faster, a little too slow now, yes. Always further down, always further, always further. And at some point, there comes a point where it becomes difficult to reach back with the arms. But there is also the cervical spine at the end. And then it's good. Wonderfully done. And the same effect that you just had with this demanding exercise, you now have by placing the back saver under the thoracic spine. And to make it feel really good for your spine, a small detail for you. We've added a groove here. That's where your spinous processes lie, and it feels better. And as long as you don't have it yet, you just take a few books, maybe put a pot holder on top to make it a little softer. And you can also, these are all exercises for the evening. Yes, in the evening, after work, rest, prepare for sleep. If you lie on these saviors before you sleep, you have a good chance of having a much better sleep. Currently, there is a Christmas promotion where you can get the so-called back package, which includes these 3 aids, the exercise loop, the back saver, and the fascia roller massage set in one package at an unbeatable price. Click below the video, then you will go directly to it. Here above you will find another video on the topic of back pain. And if you click here below, you will subscribe to our channel. And that is necessary if you haven't subscribed yet, because you don't want to miss any videos, right? Definitely subscribe. Goodbye.